Hey folks, this is Josh the Backwoods Storyteller, or alternatively, Josh the Keeper of Tales from the Backwoods. This is going to be a completely unscripted video, so please bear with me as I ramble and sometimes mix things up as I talk, because I am completely off script here in regards to the situation I'm about to talk about. Well, the situation I'm going to talk about. If this is going to bother you too much, then please click off of this video. You all still here? Alright then. Well, I'm sure by now everyone has read, seen, and heard the news. But for those of you who are living under a rock or off the grid, Akira Toriyama, the creator of the highly popular Japanese manga, anime, and video game franchise Dragon Ball, has died. They announced his death on March 8th, roughly 7 days after he died. So, yeah, he died on March 1st of this year, 2024, at the age of 68. And from what I've read, and I'm sure what everyone else has read so far, the reason why they didn't announce his date of death the minute it happened, at least from what I'm reading, his family and closest friends wanted some time to grieve and to process the loss without, a bunch of news cameras and public eyes all zeroed in on them as they had his funeral. Folks, I don't know what to think. It's just, what kind of timeline are we living in right now where the people who created such amazing things are dropping dead? You know? Because when I saw this news announcement, it was literally right in the middle of me getting ready to go to work. And I saw this news bulletin, flash across my YouTube feed and a few other feeds on various other websites, and I wouldn't say I gasped, but part of me was just like, holy fucking shit, you gotta be kidding me. Akira Toriyama is dead? And part of me was thinking, no way this is real. This has to be a hoax. Someone's got to be pulling our legs here, And I even expected Akira Toriyama to maybe, come on camera or go on a computer and announce to the world, guys, I'm not dead. This is a hoax. Don't believe it. And another part of me thought this was, some hateful or distasteful campaign being run by a bunch of trolls, Because, folks, that has happened in the past, Not to Toriyama specifically, but other high-profile folks who created something that became a world phenomenon and their name becomes a household name everywhere or, known by the general public, but they stay out of the public eye. I mean, sure, they'll give interviews or press releases, stuff like that, but for someone like Toriyama, he stayed very private about his personal life. And unfortunately, folks, when people stay private about their personal lives, whether it's they're on the internet or they're known by the general public for creating something amazing, you know, you'll have, or well, these people will have a never ending um, uh, slew of stalkers, doxers, hackers, trolls, what have you, trying to dig all and any kind of dirt or personal information about that individual, you know? So that's why when they announced that he died on March 8th, I thought it was a joke, you know? I thought someone was, running a distasteful and disrespectful campaign on the internet to get attention, basically, you know? But maybe that's just part of the grieving process that everybody who was a fan of Dragon Ball or Toriyama's works are going through right now. I mean, even right now, I'm still kind of in a state of denial. Like, there's no way that guy is gone. Like, there's just no way. But there's no getting around it anymore, folks. Akira Toriyama is gone. Well, you know, we're all gonna miss him, you know? The anime community is gonna miss him. The Dragon Ball fan base is going to miss him. Everyone is going to miss him. And it's just not fair, folks. I don't know if this is the denial process of grief, but it's just not fair. Why is it that the most creative, bright minds drop dead? You know? It's not fair. But I guess, I suppose I should take the time to say, may his family be blessed and may his friends be blessed as well, and may they all take some comfort in knowing that literally the whole world is grieving with them right now at the loss of such a bright, imaginative, and creative mind. It's not fair, folks. It's just not fair. And I just can't understand why creative people like Akira Toriyama are taken away from us when he probably had so much more to tell, you know? He probably had so much more that he wanted to share with the world. Not just regarding Dragon Ball, but, any of the other things that he's worked on throughout his life as a creator, you know? I just don't understand it. Well, I suppose the only things I can say is, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Thank you for the countless hours of entertainment and happiness that you gave to millions, if not billions of people all over the world. Thank you for inspiring millions and billions of people around the world and in your home country as well to go forth and create their own uh create their own uh what's the word create their own imaginative worlds, stories, and anything else that people could think up who were inspired by you. And to Akira Toriyama's family, um, and closest friends, know that you guys aren't grieving alone. There is a massive amount of people who are standing in support with all of you and grieving there alongside you as well. And Japan, I am so sorry for your loss. The world and your country lost a great man. It's not fair, folks. It's not fair. And, I might as well talk about it now since I'm not seeing anybody else talk about it yet. But of course, there's the elephant in the room that has to be addressed. What becomes of the Dragon Ball franchise now that its creator is gone? Well, it's hard to say, folks. I mean, on one hand, they could very well just end it and say that we are not going to continue this series anymore now that the creator is dead. We're just going to let it rest in peace and move on. Because let's face it, folks, the Japanese entertainment industry seems to be very big on that. If a manga creator, anime creator, whatever, well, I should say manga creator, if a manga creator and writer passes away when they're in the middle of working on something, most of the time their families and friends and fellow creators will just say, nope, we're not continuing this out of respect for the original creator. We're just going to let it end here and no one will add on to it. Or, for all we know, the Dragon Ball franchise might continue forward under, different writers and different creators. Some of whom, I hope, were friends of Akira Toriyama. Close friends that actually understood how the man worked and the passion that he put into his golden child, Dragon Ball. It could go either way, folks. 2024 might be the year that Dragon Ball just ends. Or it could be the year that Dragon Ball continues forward without its creator and brainchild. But only time will tell, I guess. So, once again, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Thank you for everything that you provided to your home country and to the world. Thank you for inspiring so many other people to go forward and pursue their own creations and dreams and imaginations. Uh, Akira Toriyama's family and close friends, the Dragon Ball fan base, the anime community, and everyone the world over is grieving right there with you. Well, that's all I gotta say, folks. Goodbye, Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace, man. And until I see you folks next time, this is Josh, the Keeper of Tales from the Backwoods, or Josh, the Backwoods Storyteller, saying, good night, folks, and to all the ships out at sea.